What's up, Star Child? The band and I are here for your download. We have a black new moon today. Black new moon is all about shadow work and banishing. So I'm going to dive into the dark shadow oracle first. We're going to see what needs to be worked on in the shadow today. And then we're going to talk about banishing rituals. This is where the band wants to go. So let's see what's going on in the shadow. We haven't done a shadow work session in a minute, haven't we, Star Child? Okay. What's going on? What needs to be banished here in the shadow? What needs to be looked at in the shadow? It needs to be integrated. We have card number 25, Fated to Suffer. Number 5, Gilded Regret. And number 18, Naked Before the Stars. I like this because this is giving us a beautiful outcome. This Gilded Regret card is a new moon phase card also. Regret for loss of time is what I see here, Star Child. The belief of loss of time is something that might be lurking in the shadow. Okay, we're going to dive a little deeper into that. Naked Before the Stars, though, is representative of the star card. So I like to see that. I like to see that that came out last, right? That's the healing. That's the integration. We're integrating our shadow. What we're banishing in ritual are constructs of the mind. Talk to me about this Fated to Suffer card first. Taking the poison apple. Tell me more about this Fated to Suffer card. A 10 of Pentacles. A 5 of Swords and Temperance in reverse. Fated to never be at this 10 of Pentacles. This is a belief of fate is not a 10 of Pentacles. Fate and destiny are two different words, Star Child. Fate is nature and nurture. What we can believe to be our fate, which can bring out impatience, impulsiveness with the Temperance in reverse, and the 5 of Swords always having our defenses up. Impulsivity and always having our defenses up is survival mode. Survival mode will not get us to the 10 of Pentacles. What's the survival mode about? Look at that, a 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands in reverse, and a 10 of Cups. Never seeming to find that passionate new beginning. Working out of impulse. Are you fated to live in this 10 of Pentacles and this 10 of Cups, or not live in this 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups? Tell me more about what's in the shadow with this. An Ace of Cups. False new beginnings. Continually feeling Page of Pentacles. Continually feeling that you're not fated to live in a 10 of Cups and a 10 of Pentacles because of chronic false beginnings. Tell me about these false beginnings with the Ace of Cups. The World. Constantly having to close cycles. Cycles that you believed. The Ace of Swords. What's the truth about this? The Chariot. Again, a lot of impulsive energy. Impulsively running into a new cycle and then realizing it's another karmic loop and having to close it. What's the truth about this in the shadow? What is going on in the shadow that's causing this to happen? Again, Star Child, remember, this is all in the mind. The mind can be changed. Tell me more about the truth of what's in the shadow behind this. Oh, you don't want to talk. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Why feeling ungrounded? Why is the shadow making us feel ungrounded here? We do have the card of regret. That is a Knight of Pentacles. This is a struggle with time. There's a lot of beliefs around time in this right now. The timing of things. King of Pentacles in reverse. Nature. Nurture. This is nurture. What's the belief? What's the belief of ungroundedness in the nurture that's causing this impulsivity? Thus rearing the shadow. Tell me more. A Seven of Swords. Why the Seven of Swords? The Seven of Swords is lying, cheating, stealing, backstabbing that will come from impulsivity. Seven of Wands in reverse. This is a constant loop of this gilded regret, feeling like we have not protected ourselves with the Seven of Wands in reverse from these constant Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing, beating ourselves up, continually feeling ungrounded when the truth is we act impulsively. Not saying that lying, cheating, and stealing has not happened, but there's something in the shadow that's causing impulsive acts to keep moving into new cycles over and over and over again. This feels like survival mode, okay? If there are false cups coming towards us, are we taking the lessons from those false cups so that we identify it for the next season? Because here's the thing, Star Child, in this reading, the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups are upright. They did not come up in the reverse. These are not signs of suffering, but there's something in the mind, there's something in the shadow that needs to be looked at that is a continual loop of a false belief of being fated to suffer. If we believe we are fated to suffer, it then in return would spring the actions, these impulsive actions, going through the same karmic loops over and over again. Tell me about this gilded regret, the worst emotion in the world and one that is absolutely useless. 10 of Wands, continually feeling that you're putting yourself in burden, feeling regret over past burdens. But you're showing up here as the Queen of Wands. I like that. Tell me about this Queen of Wands energy. 3 of Pentacles. The Star in reverse. Oh, this is interesting, Star Child. This is a mental loop in the mind of regret because of perspectives that are outside of you. What I'm seeing is that, oh, Giz, I'm going to have to hear about it the rest of the day now. Let me get back to the channel. So there is regret in the mind, feeling like you're stuck in an identity of the past. This Queen of Wands identity is looked at by people outside of you as frivolous, as reckless, maybe a little manipulative. This is other people's perceptions of the Queen of Wands personality. It's actually quite the opposite. The Queen of Wands energy is such big energy that it commands the attention of an entire room. So an outside perspective that would spin a Queen of Wands into a Queen of Wands in reverse, so to speak, comes from jealousy, comes from rivalry. There may be some things that you don't like about your past or that you've done in your past, maybe some things that you regret, but there's something about people outside of you's projection of your identity in the present that is causing the mind to still believe that you're living that past life, that past timeline, that past identity. But it's not so, Star Child. You showed up here in the upright. Remember that all skills, all lessons are transferable. You can turn them into something in the upright or keep them in the reverse. Now, the Queen of Wands has the cojones to go after her 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, his or her, by the way. because there's no gender in tarot. So the regret is projections from the past, things that you regret from your past, but no longer are part of your present, no longer are part of your identity, no longer are part of your actions. So a fated to suffer in the identity of the past, but that doesn't exist anymore, Star Child. There are people outside of you that don't think you're healed. These outside projections came up with this Three of Pentacles, community, other people, places, and things, came up with the star in reverse. But you showed up in the beginning of this reading as the star in the upright. Don't expect people to see your work, Star Child. Don't wait for their praise. Don't wait for them to believe you are healed. You do not need their confirmation. You do not need their accolades. You do not need their approval, Queen of Wands, to get out of what may have been fated for you in the past. Okay? I clearly see shadow work here, but there's still a loop. There's still a loop in the mind believing that you're ungrounded because other people's perceptions of you as the Queen of Wands, but not your perceptions of you. Because your perceptions of you, Star Child, this is louder than other people's perceptions. This star, this naked before the stars, the real raw you, your identity as the Queen of Wands. Tell me about this star card. Tell me about this naked before the stars. The Four of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the Knight of Cups. You are being asked, Star Child, to be very selective about where you place your cups, where you place your emotions in these thoughts, because the Justice is balanced. Tell me more about this Justice card. There's something in the shadow around nature and nurture that needs to be looked at as to why these feelings of other people's perceptions and projections matter. But you've served your own justice here. That's why you're showing up as the star. You've done the healing. And so because of that, in order to not repeat past cycles, in order to not make impulsive decisions, you're being asked to hold back, be very tempered, be very logical in who you hand out cups to, cups representing the emotions. Tell me more about this Justice card, please. I mean, I wish everyone was like, sprinkles and rainbows. It's just not the case, unfortunately, Star Child. And I'm speaking to someone who's telepathic, someone who can read others' thoughts, so you can hear these projections on your identity. Look at that. Because it's a Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is jealousy, rivalry, insecurity. There's many energies that are jealous and in competition and want to start rivalry with you, Queen of Wands. That's their motive. That's something they need to work out in their shadow. Not your problem, Star Child. No need for it to rain on your parade. And here we have the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Illusions. There are words being spun. Energy that's nothing more than an illusion. Their illusion. Because you're the star. Let's talk about your Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups, and then we're going to look at we're going to get witchy on this new moon. This is an important time for banishing spells. Banishing all of the things in the mind, the things we need to look at in the shadow that would keep us in a belief that we are fated to suffer. Five of Pentacles, yeah. There's a duality here. Five of Pentacles is the lack mindset. It's the poverty. And you know what? Actually, they pointed out to me on this card, this person is like sneaking around the corner, like they don't want to be seen. They're hiding, not speaking up for yourself. Someone's peeping your third eye here. Tell me more about the mindset behind this Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. The Empress, okay? The Six of Swords and the Empress. The Empress lives in the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. She's the creator. And there you are. Six of Swords, it's time to detach from something. Let's find out what needs to be banished here in this black moon energy. When we talk about ritual, ritual is a visual. It's an evocation of the emotion. It's bringing it out of the body and into the physical. Yeah, this is clearly about the things in the mind. We're talking about banishing the things, getting rid of the things, the people, places, and things. We're not talking about dark hexes around others, but that might be controlling the mind. That might be creeping into the mind. That might be creating this Five of Pentacles mindset so that you can get on to your Ten of Pentacles and your Ten of Cups. Now, this can be done in many different ways. Whatever voodoo you do, Star Child. Do you like candles? Do you write? Let's talk about this banishing, please. Let's talk about these banishing rituals. Removing this Five of Pentacles mindset. What kind of witch work are we doing here? As above, so below. This is to get into your manifestation mode. Moon water, reset. That's moon magic, baby. Tell me more about this moon magic. For some of you, this is a water ritual. This is a cleansing ritual. Some salt. Jump in a bath. Dump it over your head. Speak out those things that you're wanting to banish in the mind. Familial, deep bonds. For some of you, this is shadow work around familial, okay? Around that nature. I think we already said that. The power of words. There we go. Invocations. Invocations and moon water. The power of your words, Star Child. This is where the ritual comes in. This is just confirming this for me. It's the power of your words. And look at that, the High Priestess at the top of the deck. You are the High Priestess. These invocations, this speaking it out loud, which is evoked from ritual, is what is needed to reset the heart and the mind at this time. And the black moon is a powerful time to do that. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this reset with the moon water, please. Tell me more about the reset with the moon water. As above, so below. Also known as on earth, as it is in heaven. As in the imagination, as in the physical. This can be brought into your reality, this Ten of Pentacles and this Ten of Cups. It's through this shifting of the mind, through diving into this uncomfortableness of the shadow, banishing those words that you hear of others, that the Queen of Wands hears. Tell me about the moon water, the reset with the moon water, please. The world in reverse. For some of you, this is closing a cycle with some people. Logic over the heart space with the with the Three of Swords. Listening to your intuition. Listening to your intuition about these cycles that need to be closed at this time. Using ritual to do it. And then with the Knight of Pentacles, slowly bringing in the logic to remove the emotion. These rituals are going to help you release the emotion, the emotional attachment to these people, places, and things. to these beliefs in the shadow that may be keeping you from your 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, and replace it with this very steady energy. The Knight of Pentacles may not move fast, but he's steady and methodical, okay? And the Three of Swords, using logic over emotion, so that as you go back out into the world and are working on these new manifestations, using logic over emotion as you take the steps. Because logically, we cannot be in a Five of Pentacles mindset as we're headed towards a 10 of Pentacles and a 10 of Cups. But there have been a lot of false cups in the past. And the heartache of that is clouding logic, is clouding beliefs of self. Tell me about this invocations. So they're pointing out spirit animals too. Some of you have some spirit animal guides. They're going to help you open up your throat chakra. They're going to help you roar, literally, as you do these rituals. I love this. The Knight of Cups to the Two of Cups. Doing these rituals, working with moon water, working with candles, working with salt, jumping in the bath, writing down, okay, writing down these invocations and speaking them loud with your throat chakra is handing a cup back to yourself here. It's putting you back in this Leo energy. It's putting you back in the strength, in your fire energy, into your badass Queen of Wands energy. That is also a fire energy. That's the will. There are words that have embedded themselves in the shadow. Let's look at this familiar bonds. Tell me about this familial bonds. Going for a higher perspective. This is where some of the regret is coming from. We have the Five of Cups again. Someone who is familial to you, whether blood or not, has projected their regrets on you about how they choose to live their life or have lived their life. And it's now an embedded belief, and it's one that has nothing to do with you, Star Child, and it's time to let it go. And use this moon to help you with that, to help you get into that shadow work, to help you feel saucy, okay? In whatever voodoo you do, Star Child. To get loud and proud in your ritual work. Let's get a couple symbols to confirm this reading. Because you are not fated to suffer, is what this says. With the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups in the upright. The cards of highest manifestation, of manifesting the life that we want. Air energy. Yeah. There are emotions that need to be released through ritual to get back into our air energy as we take action steps out in the world to move towards this 10 of Pentacles. Time, trust the timing in this. Trust the timing in this and trust the lessons, Star Child. Okay, there's no need to be impulsive. If you are taking action steps every day, you can trust the timing. And look at that, the card of jealousy. Yeah. Queen of Wands, you're effing fabulous. There's rivalry. There's jealousy. It got nothing to do with you, okay? It's got nothing to do with you. There are people outside of you that need to sort themselves out. You can telepathically feel it. So protect your energy. Protect your aura against it. Salt works great. We just got the card of guides. Let's get a final message here from your guides on this. Tell me what your guides want to say about this. Final words. Six of Swords. They want you to detach. They want you to feel back in balance with the Two of Pentacles. That's the Ace of Swords. Because the truth is you are the Queen of Wands. You are the Empress. That this 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, whatever that means to you, whatever complete emotional fulfillment looks like to you, not what's been sold to you, not what your nature and nurture has taught you, what looks like a 10 of Pentacles to you, a life of ultimate fulfillment. Again, not what has been sold to you, not what has come through your nature and nurture. or society is the life that you can grab a hold of and live, Star Child. You're the star. You showed up as the rock star here twice. Okay, if you'd like any services from me, my information is down below, and I will see you for your next energy check-in, Star Child.